Hey, what's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? Tonight we're going to be talking about Herbo and this Ari Fletcher situation where she has been named as a federal witness in his case for the prosecution. Now, Ari Fletcher is alleging that she is not a snitch and that she is not intending on snitching on Herbo. So, we're going to go over what has been presented so far and bring you guys up to speed. Now, as always, when we do these topics, I'll provide the link to the StreamYard in the chat. If you guys want to participate in the discussion, it is pinned to the top of the screen. You can click the StreamYard link, and when it gets to the time of me to pull on guests, then I will pull you on so that you guys can, give your opinion and everything like that. Tonight, we have our special guest in the Hood News, Mr. Champs of Everything. So I'm going to bring Champs of Everything on as well to speak and give his opinion in this situation. But before I officially bring Champs of Everything on, I want to go over what is being presented. So basically what happened is Herbo, he got jammed up on this fraud case. It says Herbo and his crew allegedly used fake identities to buy luxury items and rent out villas when they tried to buy some high-end pets that put them on the radar with the feds. Now, Herbo has pleaded not guilty, but, there's more interesting things that have come out in the case. Basically, he went on to do a video conference today and some things were revealed. Now, there was a reporter for the Chicago Tribune, and the reporter's name is Jason Meisner. So Jason Meisner, I don't know if I'm pronouncing it right, but he is the reporter of the Chicago Tribune, and he was basically reporting on what was being discussed as the proceedings went on. It said that first they revealed that his fiance, who is Tanya, I don't know if I'm ever saying her name right, but they revealed that, the reason why he wants to basically get out on bond and get out is because Tanya is 4 months pregnant. She lives in New Jersey. He sees her frequently and needs to continue to see her. So he asks that Herbo be allowed to travel to and from Chicago and from California to New Jersey. They also revealed in these court proceedings that Ari Fletcher was a witness for the prosecution. So it says prosecutors also identified one of the witnesses in the case as a woman whose initials is A.F, who shares a child with Wright from their previous relationship. Records show that she is Ariana Fletcher of Atlanta. Wright was ordered not to speak with her about the allegations. So the prosecutors named Ari Fletcher as a witness, and a lot of people started to call Ari a snitch. Before I bring Champs of Everything on, I want to go over what the definition of a prosecuting witness is. So I went to the law dictionary to get basically a breakdown as to what exactly is a prosecuting witness. So a prosecutor is the people who are bringing forth this case against Herbo. They are the people who are trying to lock Herbo up. They want to put him behind bars, so they are going to get witnesses that they feel will help their case. So when you go to the law dictionary and you look up the definition, it says, what is a prosecuting witness? This name is given to the private person upon whose complaint or information a criminal accusation is founded and whose testimony is mainly relied on to secure a conviction at trial. In a more particular sense, the person who was chiefly injured, or it could be, an in-person or property by the act, constituting the alleged crime, as in cases of robbery, assault, criminal negligence, battery, and the like, and who instigates the prosecution and give evidence. So it could be a numerous of things. It could be somebody who gives evidence. It could be somebody who, but the main purpose of having a prosecuting witness is to have them be a big source in getting the conviction of the crime. So I also pulled up the definition on triallaws.com. It says a witness for the prosecution is a witness who is brought into the court in order to provide testimony which supports the prosecution's overall case. A witness for the prosecution thus would likely provide testimony affirming that the defendant did whatever action he or she is being brought on trial for example, or otherwise would produce some form of statement which helps to push the jury in favor of the prosecution's argument. Because a witness for the prosecution will often be providing testimony which is ultimately critical to the prosecution's overall case, the prosecution will likely help to establish a witness statement for a witness for the prosecution. Such a witness statement would function as a summary of the facts and evidence which the witness is going to provide in testimony. Now, after all of this stuff was brought to light, Ari Fletcher then went to her Twitter to basically say that she don't know anything. So she went to her Twitter and she alleged that she is not telling any information. She said, "I was subpoenaed to court because of the timing of the relationship. I can't tell Ish because I don't know Ish. Stop trying it." So she is alleging that she is not going to snitch in this case and that they brought her up on the witness, but that she doesn't know anything. And I found it interesting that, the first person who commented back to her and they said, "You was in a relationship with him at the time. You're just as guilty." So now let's bring on champs of everything, get this discussion going. Those of you guys who want to join in and give your thoughts on the matter, you can definitely click the pinned comment at the top, which has the StreamYard link, and you can join in on the conversation. Now, what do you think about this situation and the facts that are being presented?
Well, first and foremost, let me say what's up to everybody out there. Hope y'all safe, staying COVID-free and all that good stuff. You feel me? And then number two thing I want to say is if you got good credit or you got anything going on, by way of just, having yourself really secure in the world, protect your identity. And I'm going to get back to the dark web, but I'm going to start off by saying this. I think a lot of people ran off with the Miss Fletcher being a snitch thing is because, first of all, they said she was a witness for the prosecution. Now, somebody has to subpoena you to be a witness. It's either going to be the defense or the prosecution. So if they beat the defense to it and they send her a subpoena, then they can label her as a prosecution witness. But at the same time, it seems like she don't want to talk. She might not want to answer the subpoena, et cetera, et cetera. They might label her what's called a hostile witness. And so the jury can take that in consideration when she go in there and she say, "I don't know nothing," or "I didn't receive this purse," or "I didn't make this purchase," or whatever the scenario can be. And the witness and the jury will look at her like, you could be lying because you already been labeled as a hostile witness for the prosecution. But at the same time, this is just far to the left. And I understand why a lot of people might say she is telling. A lot of people say she really was in love with G Herbo. He didn't want her no more. Now, we all know she with Moneybag Yo right now, but at the same time, she could be a baby mama scorn. That's just a theory that's floating out there, right? So if you hear in subsequent interviews or if you get more information, that she is going to take the stand and she is, telling some pertinent information that could keep G Herbo locked up, then we do know that she is a woman scorned or she do have issues with going to jail behind, whatever he got himself into. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. So do you believe that will work well for her? The whole "I didn't know nothing, I didn't see nothing, I don't know nothing" scenario. How do you feel like they approach those situations? Because I believe if they put her in that position to be a witness, they put it because they got evidence that she knows something. I don't think it's just because she's a girlfriend at the time. I don't know, but I could be wrong.
Well, let me give you a scenario. How a witness can kind of play into your situation, and they don't really know the inner workings of your situation. Say, for instance, he purchased the bag on a stolen credit card off the dark web, right? You go pick up the bag. So now the only question they might want to ask you is, did you go to Macy's in California or Neiman Marcus in Beverly Hills and pick up such and such Birkin bag on such and such date? But if you got a good lawyer, your lawyer could tell you to plead the fifth on everything on the grounds that it might incriminate yourself. So she might go up there, have to get on the stand, but at the same time, she could plead the fifth to a lot of questions that might incriminate her, that she might think might incriminate G Herbo also. You know what I mean?
Right. So basically, she could be denying things because it could end herself in jail as well. I want to ask you guys in the chat, do you think that she's a snitch? Do you think that she will snitch? I want you guys to click the link. I'll provide the link, and I want some of you guys to come on. And we don't have enough likes on this video. I see there's some people who say that, they feel like she will snitch. I see people keep on typing that they think that she will snitch, and I think that there are people who are saying that they feel like she won't snitch. So click the link, join the conversation, and you tell me what you think about it. Do you think she's going to snitch, is going to snitch? Do you think that they've went through the hassle of making her? Guys, let's read some of the comments. So it says the evidence is the dog and the Jamaica trip is why they're coming for her. So
that's
okay.
Fact. They was buying them exotic animals. You can't do that.
Yeah. Lachey says, I think she will snitch. Let's see what Molly has to say. Hey.
What's up, Molly?
Hello.
Hey, what do you think?
I don't think that she knew his every move. Like a lot of people don't know they do every move. I honestly don't think he really did it. I think they just using his name because he was somebody famous. As far as Ari, I don't think Ari, y'all come on, y'all know Ari. Ari, you bring the money, you bring the bag. She ain't asking all them questions. So I just don't believe that.
Even if you don't ask questions, don't mean that you don't know nothing. You could overhear conversations. You could be privy to information that, but don't think that girls is stupid. Because I done been around people and I don't know the inner workings of their criminal empire, but I know they up to no good and they scamming.
Listen, it's actually being smart. If you from the streets, if you from a certain area, you pretty much intentionally don't put yourself in situations at times. You're not being stupid, but you're not over there asking all them questions. You're not somewhere that that can possibly come up. You're not doing all of that. I just think knowing Ari, knowing her, how they grew up, how they was raised, I just don't think that she was all over there like, hey, what's going on? We ain't asking questions. If your dude is meeting up with somebody and he said, hey, babe, stay right here. I'm about to run in there real quick. I'm not finna ask him. First of all, he the kind of dude.
We are the nosiest creatures ever as women. I find that hard to believe that if you with a man, you don't know what he into. I find that hard to believe.
It's what kind of man you dealing with, baby. If you dealing with a gangster, I'm not going to even ask this dude all these questions because number one, I don't want him to think I'm nosy like that.
I don't think that you had to ask questions to know information either.
You're not the type of person that would deal with a gangster or a street dude like that because you're not asking questions like that, baby. You're not.
Hey, let me say something real quick, Molly. I think you know what I'm saying? I get what you're saying, Molly, and I get what you're saying, Nick, because if you're dealing with a gangster situation, most of the time, you know what I mean? It's more mature people, you know what I mean? But I look at these people like celebrities, they young, they getting caught up in their ego tripping, they doing tours, they chasing the bag. And when you start chasing that money, all money is good money to a young mind that ain't really, seen a lot and know how these things can spin out of trouble real quick. And I think a lot of time with these young dudes, I think they be low key trying to floss, you know what I mean? So, like an older guy, you might not say, hey, baby, I'm into this, I'm into that. You just dropping it off, picking it up, doing what you're doing, making sure everybody's straight. But to a lot of these young guys, especially with the internet, everything is about capping, everything about, like bragging, high siding, just spilling everything, and I think
that's true.
You know what I'm saying? So she could have been privy to a little more information as somebody that's really living that hardcore street life, ain't really giving it up like that. But they more on like celebrity time, you know what I mean?
She could have, but we can't just automatically assume that Ari got something to do or she's some woman scorned because to go towards what you said, why y'all feel like Ari so scorned? Ari,
No. I wasn't saying
by her actions.
I was just saying what I was hearing on the internet that might be a theory. And the only reason I said it could have a little validity is because of the fact that, G Herbo moved on. I'm not saying she a woman scorned.
She did too. Y'all act like Ari some ugly chick sitting in the corner waiting for somebody to say hi to her. Y'all know
You
that
don't gotta be ugly to be insecure. You don't have to be ugly to be scorned. That
you
doesn't
don't have
even that doesn't even
true, true.
those two things aren't even
But why
synonymous. There
y'all
are
think
beautiful
Ari
girls who mutilate their bodies and get uh Little Kim was a beautiful woman and look how she did her body. Like that is it, obviously that don't I
that
don't know. I
happened
don't
to Ari though? Ari from Chicago. Let me tell you that I'm from Chicago, right? The way we're bred, you think she the first chick that is tripping about a dude, and then on top of that, Ari baby daddy is who he is. Ari's gonna be with that man till that baby is grown. I don't think Ari is this scorn. Let me say this. I don't think Ari is this scorn chick. I don't think Herbo was this so upstanding. He was too good for her. She was so ratchet. He's ratchet too. And he's just moved on to another one. She moved on too. Ari don't sing
if
her.
she moved on, like you say, she moved on, and I'm gonna let you go after this. If she moved on, and I'm not saying that she's snitching or she not gonna snitch because I don't know what she's gonna do.
She
But
ain't bad.
I do believe that she is a scorn though, because whenever he has anything going on with Taina, she always has a problem. If you're not scorned, if
Oh,
there's
that
nothing
girl
happening with
worried
your baby,
girl so bad. Ain't nobody worried about Taina, and Ari for sure isn't. Y'all want that
okay,
girl worried. Nah,
all
nah.
right, thank you, Molly.
You welcome. Have a good night.
Thank you, Molly.
All right.
All right.
Molly is a super fan. She's definitely in denial. But if if you are a baby mama who everything your baby daddy do, you got a problem. Every single corner that that happens with his new chick that they've been together for a long time. Like her recent incident that happened, she was going off because Taina was holding the baby in a photo. Now, this is somebody that is the fiance who's been with G Herbo for a long time. He hasn't gone from girlfriend to girlfriend to girlfriend to girlfriend to girlfriend. He's been with this girl long term. That's the fiance, and obviously she's going to interact with the child. If that person is not doing any harm to your child and you have a problem with that scenario, you're bitter. You're scorned. Period. Like that's bitter. Like that's not saying that she gonna snitch because I don't know that she is going to snitch or she's not going to snitch, but she's definitely showed time and time again that she's bitter that the situation with her has not worked out. But anyways, back to this. Ash, what are your thoughts?
Hey, Nick girl.
Hey.
Hey, chance of everything.
How you
Have a
doing,
good
Ann?
cold. Hey. So basically, I just kind of want to say that with Ari, it's kind of weird because Ari is the type of girl that, and I've seen a few of her YouTube videos. She's the type of girl that if she wasn't dating a rapper, she would be dating a drug dealer. She's said that out her mouth. So uh, I don't know if she's like prepared to be in that lifestyle to be dating a drug dealer. That if something were to happen, she knows not to say anything. But also with Ari, she's super petty. So it's like with G Herbo, he gonna have to either keep her on his good side or whatever because she is the type of person to be like, I'm gonna tell. You know what I'm saying? Like, if as long as I'm not gonna get wrapped up in it, I'm gonna tell because this ain't got nothing to do with me. So as far as the previous caller, she's a super duper fan. I feel like Ari, it's weird with her. Like Herbo really has to like play his cards right because she's a wild card. She could tell or she could not tell.
Hey, this is one thing that nobody brought up, Ash. What about the fact that if the DA say, listen here, you about to go to jail and you about to get your baby taken away from you and from him, both of y'all gonna be in jail, and your kid's going into the foster system. She's still gonna be that gangster ride or die chick?
I wouldn't. I mean, I don't know about her, but it's not me. And I just want to bring up the fact that a lot of these girls be glamorizing this gangster lifestyle, this baby mama, culture. And it's like, there's a price that comes with that. And once that price, once you got to pay that price, it's a whole different story that people are singing. So it's weird.
Right. Thank you, Ash.
No problem.
Yeah. Let me respond to a couple of chat. Well, just D, somebody who keeps saying be objective, be objective. As it pertains to whether Ari is going to be a snitch or not, that's the conversation at hand, and that's what I am being objective about. There's too much information of her being a bitter baby mama for me to act delusional or in denial. Period. Like, I'm not about to act delusional or in denial to that fact. However, when it comes to the new situation at hand, I'm definitely being objective because I'm allowing you guys to give your thoughts on whether you think she was snitch or not. What I went back and forth with Molly about was her saying that she's not bitter, she's not scorned. Now, there's too much information to prove that she is in that regard. Now, that's not going to say that she's going to snitch, which that's what we're talking about. We're talking about whether or not she will snitch in this case, whether or not she will turn on him. If I'm too loud, turn your volume down or click off the video. Anyways, let's go to the next person. Cynthia?
Hello.
Hey.
Hey, you're right. She has too many instances where she's being like bitter, especially like last week. She just she's like kind of like overprotective, and she's just likes to like she's just very, I don't know. She has a bad vibe about her. Like, she's very bitter. Like, especially with her makeup artist, the way she did her, and then she tried to play it off as though like she did nothing wrong. And you're right. When she had a phone call with G Herbo and she called the police, she wouldn't even let him get his chain. She just like real bitter. And people say because she's beautiful. Yeah, she is a beautiful woman, but that doesn't mean she's not bitter from whatever they had going on behind the scenes. So I do agree with you 100% about that.
All right. Thank you, Cynthia.
Thank you.
All right. But yeah, somebody said there isn't enough evidence to prove that she was snitched. I never said that. That's why I hate doing certain topics, because people that when they are super fans, like their ears be so clogged up and their comprehension just be so shut down. Being
Well, that's
bitter
what
and being a snitch is two different topics. April Cakes.
Hello, can you hear me?
Hey. Yes.
Hey, what's up, Neek? Shout out from the Bronx, New York. What's going on?
what's
What's
going
up?
on.
What's up? Shout out to you.
Hey. All right, so let me turn the heat off real quick so I can hear y'all. All right. I like me some Ari. I love her actually. Not more than A Boogie's baby mother, but she from the Bronx. But I feel like honestly, Ari, she should I think that concerning her situation, they all of them like to put their information out there, number one, you know. So that's what gets them in trouble. A second thing is Ari, she does come off as being bitter. However, that's why everybody is touching base on that topic. In regards to her, um, hello.
Go ahead.
Hello. Can you hear me?
No.
Hello, hello.
All
Yeah.
right.
Okay. Yeah, so they put their business out there way too much, and so that's basically why the feds are watching them. A Boogie just got into a situation also, so they're not really gonna be, they're not really gonna know how to handle that situation once the cops come up to her and put her in that situation, like what you said, where her kids gonna be going into the system, ACS, and all of that stuff, and they will snitch. I don't think they built for that life. She's just built for the entertainment industry. That's like my opinion on that.
All right. Thank you, April Cakes.
That's big
Thank you,
facts. I
Mama.
agree with that.
JW in the chat said, you telling me to click off the video and you is loud. Okay. I'll lower my voice. Q?
Hey, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Hey, y'all. So I'm
Hello.
trying to figure out, like, hold up. So, first of all, if my baby daddy is with like another girl and he been with her for a long time and she holding my baby, like, that's not something that I would be mad about. Like, do y'all know why she don't like the girl?
She just never liked her, I don't think.
See, that's some bitter ass shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, come
no
on,
cursing,
now.
no cursing, no cursing, no cursing, no
Oh,
cursing.
sorry.
But let's focus more on the case and the snitching part of it. Like, I feel like we've already came to that conclusion. But let's talk about the case, the facts that's being presented. What's being presented as her being a prosecuting witness. What do you think will happen in regards to that?
I mean, if she bitter, then she probably gonna snitch. Like, but she probably not gonna say, like, come out and say, like, oh, I snitched or whatever. But yeah, like, you know how baby mamas are, like, with their baby daddies. Like, come on now. I think she gonna snitch. She probably felt like the guy was like doing her wrong and not wanting to be with her and all this other crap. He with the other girl. Like, y'all know how females are. You know, y'all know how they think sometimes. Like, yeah, and she young, yeah. I think she gonna snitch.
Hey, let me
All
tell you
right.
this too. You know, a lot of times when they subpoena you, right? They don't tell you the case they got against you. They just tell you, listen, we need to talk to you. That's the only subpoena she got. That's why she talking like she talking. But once she get down there and they let her know what she up against and what's gonna happen if she don't roll, you're gonna hear a whole new tune come out of her mouth. Watch what I tell you.
Facts.
All right. Thank you,
That's how that always go.
All right, thanks, y'all.
Jada.
Hi. Can you hear me?
Hey.
What up, Jay?
Hey, so what I think is that Ari, see, look, I'm from Chicago too, so I know how Chicago females are with their baby daddies and everything. So Ari knew G Herbo since she was like, when she was very young. So when she knew him, basically they had a tight bond connection, and they had like this on and off relationship. Because if you can look on YouTube, you see that she was asking for money, she was being problematic, and everything else. So also, I'm over here thinking like, dang. So since Ari is in here, then and plus she doesn't like G Herbo's wife, like doesn't like G Herbo's girl, because I think when Ari and G Herbo was together, I think he cheated on her with how you say her name, Tiana, whatever.
I don't know how to say her name, honestly. It's Tanya or Taina or something. I don't know.
I'm gonna just call her Tanya. So basically, yeah. So she been knew that G Herbo used to mess with Tanya. So if she been knew that, then obviously she was gonna make a fuss about the baby and everything because she never liked her. Now me going forward on to the case, when like Champ said, like when she doesn't know what's happening right now, but once she gets into a new level of understanding what is happening, then it's going to be something else that she's going to say. So me personally, I really think that she's going to like tell a little bit about what she's saying, like about what he's doing. Like I'm not going to say she's going to fully snitch because everybody knows she still has love for D Herbo. So obviously it's going to be at one point where she's going to not snitch. Like I really think that she's not going to snitch, but she's going to tell a little bit, if that makes sense.
So you saying she gonna dry snitch?
Yeah, basically.
All right. Thank you, Jada.
You're welcome.
All right. If you have not done so already, like Sugar Hill says, please like and subscribe to the channel. Definitely do that right now. I know I got a couple Ari fans mad in the chat. I mean, you know, I guess you like what you like.
Hey, let me say this real quick, Nick. A lot of times, you know, I know you could be a super fan, so you hear what you want to hear. But the facts is this: when we came on talking about this subject, we was posing questions. We wasn't making statements. So to try to, you know, hold us to the wall and say, you know, we saying she gonna snitch or we saying she not gonna snitch. That's why we having the show to see what the people feel like. You know what I'm talking about? So when you come in, don't come in so hot and one, you know, thinking one way, and then you forgetting the fact that we just asking questions. We just putting it out there because of, you know, the rumors going around and just seeing what y'all feel about it.
Right. Chris?
Hi. So I just wanted to kind of give a perspective from both sides because I do agree with both sides slightly. I don't know much about Ari, but what I do know, I could see why she may snitch and why she may not snitch. So if we're thinking about why she may not snitch, I think it would be more beneficial for her to not, just because she grew up in, that in that type of environment where snitching could get you into some serious trouble. It could get you shunned from that type of community. And seeing how as she, like most of her boyfriends that I know of, are in that type of lifestyle, even her current boyfriend. I mean, I could think that maybe he's getting legitimate money off of rapping, but I mean, that's kind of like wishful or, thinking to believe that he ain't doing some type of dirt. And so if, the community finds out that, she's a snitch, she gonna be just like 6ix9ine. Like, she could be free, but ain't nobody gonna be fucking with her. Excuse my
No cursing,
language.
no cursing,
I'm
no
sorry. I'm sorry. Excuse my language. Nobody's going to be dealing with her, and that's going to mess up her bag. So I could see why she wouldn't snitch. But on the other hand, just like, Champ said, if, she goes into that courtroom with or without a lawyer, or goes into that, into that office and they tell her what they have on her, and it's risking her freedom as well, then, every man for himself. So, and, eventually I feel like court documents will come out. You'll know, whether she snitched or not.
All right.
That's big
Thank you.
facts right there.
That's all I got. Thank you.
All right. Shea Butter Baby.
Hey y'all.
Hey.
So
What's going
I
on?
don't really know too much about Ari because I don't keep up with her. I'm not a fan for real. But from what I see on the blogs, she does seem like a real bitter baby mama to me. Like every 5 minutes she's calling G Herbo and accusing him of having herpes and all kinds.
Yeah,
Which
you feel me?
that don't make no sense to me because if he got herpes, it just leaves me to conclude that, you
I'm
might
thinking
have it
too.
too. But that's neither here nor there. But I feel like it all depends on what the feds really want her to say about him or like push her to say about him, whether she potentially dry snitches or not. But I feel like because of her love for her baby boy, she might protect herself before even thinking about protecting him. Because isn't he up against like what 6 years? Like he's gonna do them 6 years and get out. But like if both of them go to prison, then who's gonna be there to raise her son?
All right. Thank you, Shea Butter Baby.
No problem.
All right. Big Red. Big Red, unmute your mic. Unmute your mic. Okay, we're gonna go to the next one. King Shat. Unmute your mic. All right. China. Okay. Judge Sandra.
Yeah.
Hey,
How you doing?
I'm
How you
doing
doing
well.
tonight?
All right. What I want to say, evidently the reason why the feds have her as a witness is because the time of the crime that was committed, she was with them. Okay. Now she been with this boy before he even got big and was a big time rapper or whatever he is. So she from the city. She grew up with him. She know the game. She's not gonna snitch. She whatever they're gonna ask her. It's she in a situation where evidently she was around when the crime happened, but she's not gonna willingly snitch on old boy. And then she got a baby with him, so she ain't finna be trying to get him all locked up. And then she know snitches get stitches. She know that stuff is real. Feel me? But
All
no,
right. Thank you, Sandra.
yeah.
All right. King Shad, you call back in. Are you ready?
Yes, yes. I am so sorry about that. I did not know I was live. But I'm just make this quick. I just want to say that Ari is gonna say what she got to say to keep herself safe, because I feel like Ari is about Ari, and if she got to snitch to avoid any jail time or any consequences, she gonna do what she got to do, because she would air out any of her exes or her boyfriends for any dumb little petty thing. So I feel like with something this serious and with her life in their hands, I feel like she gonna do whatever she gonna, she got to do, or say what she got to say, or she just gonna air it all out. Like, it's her life. So I don't know. I mean, I'm not on either side. I don't watch Ari, but I do see what she does via the blog. So that's my take on it. I want to say hi. I'm a big fan of your channel. I watch you all the time.
Oh, thank you.
and yeah, that's that. Have a good one, y'all, and Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas. Thank you, bro.
All right.
Hey, let me say this real quick, Neat.
All right, go ahead.
You know, a lot of times when people say snitching, they're not going to get up there and ask her questions about him so she can say, yeah, he did do this, or he did do that. He did swipe this credit card. He did get on the telephone and get this jet off of this credit card. But what they might ask her is questions pertaining to her. And if she answers to those questions, they can implicate him, because, of course, everything is around him and this scam that he's running with all of this stuff that he got off the dark web, all of these credit card numbers and all like that, right? So they just might be asking her stuff about herself, like purchases that she received, purchases that may have came to her house, just the simplest things that you're not necessarily telling on the person, but you are corroborating information for the federal government. Period.
All right, Nita.
Hey, Neat. Hey, sir, I'm sorry, I don't know your name. Here's my take on it. I think that depending on what the feds have, as far as having Ari linked to, depending on what they may have on her or what they may scare her into thinking that she could possibly be facing time, like if she perjure herself or, if she lie or anything like that, I think she's telling, period, because she's a woman scorned. This guy was essentially dating Taina. He cheated on her with Taina while she was pregnant, and she's been bitter ever since. I mean, we've seen everything posted on the blogs where they've gotten into scuffles, they've had creep sessions. He physically assaulted her, and then she outs him every chance she gets mad at him about him having herpes. So just being a person, that has been showing, very vindictive signs and, signs of hurt because, he cheated on her while she was pregnant. And that's part of the reason why she don't want Taina holding her son, being in the vicinity of her son. But, she don't have any choice about that, because when he go to his dad, he's going to possibly be around the girlfriend. But I think she's telling. I think she's going to tell because she's going to tell to save her own skin. And then also there's going to be a little bit of her own little get back. She's not going to sit down and do no time for him. If they put her in a position where it's her or him, it's going to be him.
All day long.
It's going to be him because, you know what I'm saying? Just being a woman pregnant and you in a relationship with somebody, just when you're pregnant, you have all these type of emotions and stuff going on. And then let alone to find out your dude is cheating, you know what I'm saying? And it's all on social media. And then, she getting into it with Taina, she's getting into it with him. And she's still hurt. She's still hurt. No matter how many dudes she be with, she is still hurt by the fact that Herbo cheated on her with Taina, which is why she can't get past that, which is why she has a disdain for that girl. And if it's her or him, she's throwing him under the bus, period. And nobody can really blame her because at the end of the day, it is what it is. It is what it is. It's her or him. She got a son. She has her own, things going. It's her or him.
Hey, let me ask you this question just real quick. She down with Moneybag Yo. He out of that Murder Memphis, right? They supposed to have a no snitch clause over there. You don't think he'd be able to press her to keep her mouth closed on this situation?
I think that he can try to press her, but at the end of the day, it depends on what they have, what they bring to her, what they present to her. And then she has to have a good attorney, to kind of let her know, the pros and the cons of her, talking or keeping silent and things that she could possibly be faced with, if she lies or if she perjures herself. she can get on stand and try and plead the fifth. But it all depends on what they have, because for them to link her as being a witness, meaning that they feel like she was essentially benefiting off of a lot of the stuff that he was doing.
That's the
All
point
right.
I was
Thank you, Nita.
All right.
All right. Latoya. Latoya. We got a super chat from D Foxy. She says a real man wouldn't let his BM even face no time. So it's possible G Herbo tells Ari to do what she has to do if they try to pin some time on her. All right, go Shay Shay.
So I personally, can you hear me?
Go ahead.
Okay, so I personally kind of agree with somewhat what the guy says. I don't know his name. Oh, Champ of Everything. But I do know that when they get behind them closed doors, they're gonna throw so much at her that if she's not about that life, like it's not like it's just gonna break her down. And I mean, I don't think initially, like I don't think she wants to go in and just be like, oh yeah, he did this, this, and this, and this. And then also, we don't even know if what she knows. So, I just feel like at the end we're kind of just gonna have to see. Like, I don't think she is going to initially like go in like, oh, I'm gonna, but when people bring you behind them closed doors, their goal is to break you down. So that's what I think.
All right, thank you, Shay Shay. How many people think that she won't snitch? Click the link. The link is pinned to the top. Denasia?
Hello, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay, so I don't know if y'all seen the indictment or not, but in the indictment it said about the dog. She had a dog named Prince, right? And then about the Jamaica Villa trip. All of the proof was on her Instagram. So when they throw that at her, she might say something. They have in the indictment it said they found out from her Instagram.
All right.
So
All right. Thank
she
you,
might say
Denisha.
something.
Hey, a lot of times when you plead the fifth, right? The prosecution will turn around and say, okay, you want to plead the fifth? You don't want to help our case out at all? They'll throw charges against you, a conspirator, and you be in way more trouble. So once her attorney get to telling her what she's looking at, she might not just get up there and plead the fifth about everything. He might tell her, look, some things you got to be truthful about as far as purchases that you receive. You know what I'm saying?
Chicago B best. I think you covering up the mic.
Okay, like she is definitely going to say.
You speaking too far away from the thing.
Hello?
It sounds like she said she definitely going to snitch.
I can't hear her at all. I know she's speaking up real far away.
Yeah, she's definitely gonna crack. I'm sorry. This is the feds. This is not like no Cook County stuff. This is literally the feds. So she's gonna say something. Like, have you like, unless you guys, when you don't watch Power, unless you got ghost attorney like that attorney that did all that shiesty stuff, disappear and everything like that, unless you got that type of person, that's the only way G Herbo and her gonna get off this case. Other than that, they both going down. Baby, she going down, baby, with the ship, baby, going down.
All right. Raya. Raya, did we already go to you, Raya? Danny boy, you keep clicking on, but your device is not connected, so you're holding up slots because I can't click on you.
Hey.
So you need to connect your device or something, but you're holding up slots. Raya, you got an echo. Latoya?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, go ahead.
I don't think she a snitch.
All right, tell us why.
Because she from Chicago, I'm from Chicago. She already know what it is. This ain't her first rodeo dealing with somebody that's fraud. If anything, she brought the fraud to G Herbo. So if she snitch, he gonna bring her down. So it's like a 50-50 thing. She gonna go down too.
All right, repeat what you just said and think about what you just said. Say it again.
I don't think that she a snitch. I believe that if she snitch on G Herbo, he gonna bring her down as well. I believe that she brought the fraud and all those cracking cards to G Herbo because she was dealing with somebody prior to G Herbo dealing with that fraud stuff. So I don't think she a snitch. I
So
think
you
she
think that the feds wouldn't know about that?
I think she'll go down
If
with
you know
him.
about that, you think they don't know about that?
I know. That's what I'm saying. I think she gonna go down with him. She don't have to say nothing on the stand. I think they both going down.
Hey, so what would be the benefit of her doing that? Just to save her reputation? I'm just curious. Why you think
What?
she'd go down with him?
Just if she snitch?
No, why do you think that she won't snitch and she'd just go down with G Herbo?
Man, I don't think
Other
she'll
than she
snitch.
from Chicago and you from Chicago and he from Chicago and we know how y'all do it in Chicago.
Nobody would ever fuck with her if
No
she snitched.
cursing, no cursing,
Oh,
no cursing.
sorry. Nobody would ever mess with her. You
Okay,
mess with
ruin
her,
the
you
reputation.
hang up the relationship with money bag and everything. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody will ever mess with her. She better off just let him sink to the ground by himself. He gonna go down regardless. It's crazy.
Well, I know one thing. They've been after G Herbo. It's bigger than this fraud thing. They've been watching him. They know he was running with Lil Reese. Reese got all that time. They know he all the way with the business. Of course, he started being an executive and, he was working with Extension and all that, but they know what he really about. So I think they was on his heels from the get-go anyway, the feds.
Yeah, G Herbo is just like an ant. It's just an ant. Watch, this whole case finna go bigger than G Herbo. All them.
Facts.
It's bigger than G Herbo. I'm talking about probably Lil Dirt, all them. They all finna go there. He's just a needle that's they poking him right now. That's it. They all finna go down. They probably been doing it for years. I know so many people that doing this stuff. It's crazy.
Well, you better not take
thank you.
because they're gonna find your IP address and they're gonna get you too.
Oh, I don't do that stuff. So hey,
All right, they gonna find who you know since you saying you know him. John.
Yeah, man. Like y'all already know, the figs got her already, man. Y'all think she ain't snitching already in the background? She locked up yet? If she ain't locked up, she snitching. Once the figs got you in paperwork, you ain't locked up. You snitching, man. Keep it 100. She snitching. She buying her time, stack her paper, right? Because when it come down to the come down, when the court shit come out for real,
No
money
cursing.
bag go.
Dang, hello.
Educational purpose use only. But it gonna come down to the get down. Money bag gonna leave her, man. She just buying time, man. Come on, man. That girl snitched already. Ain't no way you ain't doing that paperwork. the feds got
Well,
her
they
already.
saying that they got it off of the Instagram. So you don't think that it's possible that they just got it off the Instagram and she ain't said nothing?
Nah. They've been watching that man for the longest. Hey, that's part of the reason why she probably got away from him, to be honest. Now, you know how y'all girls do. Y'all get mad, try to fake mad just to get away when you know something about to go down.
All right.
And when the feds, and when they hit her with that 5 to 10 on, you ain't getting less than 5. On best believe, she gonna be singing the blues, but I believe she's singing already. Be honest with you.
All right.
Yeah, it's gonna come out. It's gonna all come out in the wash.
All right, Amadi.
Hey, how y'all doing? What's going on, champ?
What's up, Amadi?
Chilling. I've just been sitting back watching this, man. It's interesting, like some of the people's comments about this situation, man. She's been named as a witness in the case for the feds, basically. And if people, read some of the paperwork and some of the articles, they was talking about trips that was taken, private jets, dogs being bought, and particularly a trip to Jamaica they talked about too. So my theory or my idea, what the feds actually want her to do, they just want her to come in and talk about the things that he might have paid for that she actually benefited from, that they already know about. That's basically like public knowledge. And like you were saying, if she denies like these things that the feds already know, she can
They're
actually
gonna
get
charge
paid.
you.
Sort of like MC8 situation where the guy from Chicago gave him $100,000 to be in the movie. The feds know he gave him the money. If he would have went to court and denied it, he was gonna go to jail right along with everybody else. She just accepted the gift. So I don't believe that she's gonna get on the stand and say, "Oh, he was cracking cars and that's how he paid for this and that and that and this." They'll put her on the stand or however they're gonna do it and question her about things that he bought for her that they feel like he got through this scamming. That's basically what it is. That's what I think it is.
They're
Yeah.
gonna just use her to collaborate. Like
Right,
she don't
right,
necessarily have to even know how he paid for it. They just want to know on such and such date did you fly to the Caribbean on such and such airline. Once she say
right.
yeah, they already know who paid for it.
Yeah, because she can't deny it because like people in the comment section are saying they got pictures of her with him and on these trips and
Fact,
stuff. So you say
fact.
no, okay, but we see you in these pictures. You going to jail too. So it's not
Come on now.
necessarily that she gonna snitch, but I'm pretty sure G Herbo already know what they want to ask her and what she gonna say. I don't. I believe that she is like bitter. I didn't watch it from the beginning, from when she was messing around with Javante Davis as well as Moneybag Yo. No matter who she was with, she still had an issue with what G Herbo was doing. That we know that, but I don't think she's bitter enough to just go in there and snitch on him. You know what I mean? But she is gonna have to go in there and basically admit, like, yeah, I was with him on this trip. I did go here, and he did buy me this raggedy dog. You know what I mean? That's what I
Not
think it's gonna
raggedy
be.
dog. What dog got to be raggedy?
I just threw
Hey,
that
let
in
me tell
there.
you this real quick too. A
Uh
lot
huh.
of times when people tell, they tell off the record, man. You don't got to get on the stand to tell.
Yeah.
She can go up in there and they say, look, we're gonna go soft on you in the courtroom, but you better tell us up in this interrogation room everything you know. We're not gonna ruin your career, but you better tell us everything you know. You better tell us what we know and plus what we don't know. And that's all off the record,
Right.
so you don't never know who told what.
All right, we
Right.
got
Right.
5 more minutes on the stream. So I allowed everybody to come on. We're gonna end this right at an hour. So at 59 minutes, it's a wrap. So everybody get in what you want to say right now. One at a time.
Hello.
Hey.
Hi, this is Sean from DC.
What's up, Sean?
Hey, I just want to say normally, when the feds come after you, the first thing they do is they come for the family. And as everyone already knows, when they come for you, they have all the information that they need. So it's not that she's snitching, they just want confirmation. Everybody
That's what they
goes on
want.
Instagram. Everybody puts everything on Instagram. You never give somebody the key to your jail cell. And by putting everything on Instagram, every police, every district, everybody looks at it. So this is a hard lesson to learn for everybody that's on the Instagram. I don't have an Instagram account, a Facebook account, or a Twitter account. Only person I follow is me. If I want to go and see what's going on, I just look and that's it. But at the same time, people always say loose slips sink ships. The Instagram will sink you and you put yourselves on there and this is what happens.
All right. Elsie. Did Elsie speak already?
No, I haven't.
Go
Hey
ahead.
y'all, I agree with Amadi 115% because all they're gonna do is just really just she's a character witness. So they're gonna ask her, like what did she receive? If she's smart, she's just gonna basically just pretend like she's ignorant, like like those white housewives, they don't know nothing, they don't know where the money comes from. So if she's smart, she should do that. And all she's gonna do is just say, yes, I got this Louis Vuitton bag, yes, because she has pictures of her in Jamaica. Yes, he went to Jamaica. I doubt they're going to ask her like where they think the funds came from. So
That's probably going to be the main question they ask her.
right. Well, the thing about it is if she's smart, if she's smart, she can just say, well, I don't know, he's a rapper and just play ignorant because there's no proof that she knows what's going on unless they got her doing something else. And if that's the case, she would get a charge. She wouldn't be a witness.
No.
All right, Trina.
Could you hear
Trina,
me?
go ahead.
Yes. Okay, could you hear me?
Go ahead.
Oh, yeah, I'm from Chicago, so that whoever calling in from Chicago don't speak for everybody. First and
Hey,
foremost.
wait, hold on a second. I was about to say that because everybody from Chicago, I'm from LA, but I can't speak for
Yeah.
everybody in LA and what they're gonna do. Everybody call from Chicago, say this how we get down. Come on, man, knock
Right.
it off.
Yeah, come on now. And look, that Cook County Jail is on 26 in California, and it's overcrowded. And before the COVID-19, they was paying people for sleeping on the floors $100 a day. So everybody that was in that county was not in there because the police did good work. Come on, keep it real. So we're not trying to hear that. I'm not going to jail for no man. Period. And some of these silly rabbits calling in sound like they have children and willing to go down for a man. Your man shouldn't be telling you to get involved in that anyway. Shouldn't even want his woman going to jail. Should want you to take care of the family. You should stay at home. You do better being at home than in jail.
All right. Well, I guess we can
But
end
it's
on that note.
yes.
All right. Well, that's all for this video. Catch on the next topic. Make sure you have your notifications on so that you don't miss out when I go live. There's a lot of you guys clicking on, but I can't get to everybody. If you did not make the live stream, let me know what you think down in the comments below. Thank you to our co-host, Champs of Everything, and everybody else who came on and gave their opinion. You guys are my co-host as well. I appreciate all of you guys who come and give your opinions on topics. And no, like y'all took me and Molly's exchange as different. I just wanted Molly to not think that she so confidently knew somebody that she didn't know. I wasn't saying like that's the only reason why I went back and forth with Molly in particular. It's not that she came with an opposing opinion or her opinion. It was just that she came in like she just knew somebody so well that I doubt she really knows in real life. And she was saying how she knew for a fact these things and that things that just were not factual to me. But I'll see you guys on the next video.